Okay. Okay, I think we got it. Let me make sure that this is showing up uh, on the stream. Let me make this a little more interesting looking. Okay. Oh, and that should be it. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna hop on real quick just to see if it shows up. Yes. Okay, right on. Alrighty. What is up? Okay. Right on. So I am working on a new game called Fog. I was streaming a different game development. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna focus on this game now. I've been working on this game for a long time, years and years, and it's just getting about time that I should, finish it. Let me just do a brief little run through of everything, a little recap. Where's my notebook? Anyway, I got notebooks full of art and stuff, all sorts of things, and I'm kind of just converting that into the actual game now. What the game actually is, let's go. It is pretty much based off of the combat from Hades. Just kind of this fast-paced, top-down action game, but then it hugely is inspired by like slower titles like Darkwood, where it's a little more narrative focused, and it's kind of got that top-down explorative elements and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm kind of incorporating that all into this here. Let me see if I can get the chat showing up on my feed here. Okay, so I got this. I've done the chat before. I forget how to enable it. I can just pull up on my phone if it doesn't work. Okay, I think I'll do that. It's weird that it's not showing up, but okay. So right now what I'm working on is the actual like movement mechanics and all of that, and then I've kind of settled on this kind of hand-drawn aesthetic, so it looks kind of cool. And then the peanut butter. Oh no, you're eating peanut butter. Sun butter. Nice. I hope the sun butter is good. Yeah, and then this cobblestone isn't the final look. This is just what I have right now. My plan is to make everything look kind of hand drawn. So let me see if I can pull that up. It is in here. This kind of hand-drawn looking background. I'm going to do it all in the style of this kind of digital art drawing. So I have my tablet set up, and so I'm doing all of my drawing on this. Where's my pen? My desk is a mess. Yeah, this is dev life. Anyway, so I got my drawing pen and tablet, and so it's super cool because I can just kind of pop up on here, and then actually I have it set up for my other screen. Anyway, point is I can draw with this, and it gets some cool aesthetics. So what I was going to work on tonight, or at least right now, is I've set up the kind of like cutscene management. So I have the intro menu. So we'll kind of run through that real quick. I'm trying to mess with having a global audio manager So this keeps track of all of the songs that are currently playing. Oops, there we go. In here. Hopefully that didn't mess up the timing. Okay, it did. Hang on. I gotta restart that. Unity does something weird where it, if you click off of the screen, like the timing gets all messed up, so anyway. This is kind of cool though. So this text that pops up should pop up. There we go. Is all particles. This is a particle system. And so then I was able to create this particle effect where they blow over like snow, which is really cool. And then I actually have it pick from a whole bunch of different quotes randomly at the beginning. So it can do all sorts of different 2-line quotes. And then this right here is the new menu that I've come up with. I'm really leaning into the kind of like, here, I'm going to turn this down. Does it turn it down on your end though? That's the problem. Okay, I think so. What I've been leaning into with this is more of the hand-drawn stuff here, and so I made this kind of pop out a little more, but other than that, I just took a picture of my my notebook, which is cool, because I like that hand-drawn vibe. So what I've been setting up is if I press M, it's supposed to fade out. It's not doing that yet, but the music should fade out, and then it should go into the cutscene. So we'll try that out. Okay, looks like it faded out. It should load the cutscene now. Okay, it did not load the cutscene. Oh, that's why. Wait, that's so weird. It says, that's weird. Let me try it again. That's bizarre. Okay, so anyway, so that's what I gotta figure out. I'm doing all my coding in here. So we got cutscene management. I mean, my camera's covering it. You don't really need to see the code. Coding's not that interesting. You don't want to see the code. So I have it just fade out on the menu, and then it should just load the scene. I don't know why it's not loading that though. I might get rid of this just to make sure it's working. I can just go yield return. Come on. Null. That'll do it. But yeah, I don't know why it's not working. I'll show you the cutscene though if this doesn't work. Right after this. So it should just snap over to the cutscene there. I'm not sure why it's not doing that. So if I press, I'm gonna wait for it to fade in a little. Okay, press M. Okay. Oh, it didn't do anything. Wait, that's so interesting. Okay, so there is a problem with my scene manager syntax. I don't know why. So anyway, it pops over to the cutscene. This is what it looks like. This one also has a loading. I wonder if I can get that one to work. That might be cool. And then this one, I'm super happy with how this looks. I don't think that yeah, I'll grab this. I'll grab this just for because there's some music that plays, but you don't need to hear it right now. But okay, so I took these, I drew pictures for all of this. So again, that hand-drawn aesthetic. right here. So then these come in, and then I have this particle effect on the outside for this kind of like fog that's like undulating. Cool, and then it loads into the level. And at this point in the level, he will actually be on the ground when you first start. It's right here. So there's this kind of cool animation of him getting up out of this. Let's see if I can throw that in there real quick. It's not the most amazing animation, but it's kind of cool. Have to go one by one. I had to do all sorts of weird programming stuff. So this is technically a custom class that has a custom sprite array inside of it. It's ridiculous. Anyway. Yes, and then this. And just once. Okay, yes, that should work. So then I might have to restart that. So from here, he just stands up, and then you'll play the game. I already have his player character in the game, of course, but that's okay, because we're going to check it out. So pop all these guys into here. And then he'll stand up after a second. Looks like he got stuck on the last frame. That's kind of weird. Anyway, so this right here is just kind of a proof of concept. Anyway, it's kind of cool. It should get stuck on that frame. Anyway. So this is just a callback to the intro scene where you have the, is it this right here? Oh no, sorry, wait. This one. There we go. Where he was just laying on the ground and then you pop up. So what I've been working on now is all of the, animations for the characters. So yeah, I'll zoom in. It's a little pixelated, but I'll show it off. So I made a walking animation and then a run animation, and for right now they use the same sprites. I'm going to go back through and kind of edit them so that they look a little better. I love the idle animation, though. Obviously, I'm going to flesh out all of his color here so he's not just a gray blob, but this has like the general outline of it, so it looks kind of cool. So if I walk around, initially I had it so that he constantly looked at the mouse all the time. And as you would walk around, he would just look at the mouse, which is useful if you're in combat. But then I decided to kind of separate the combat and the him walking around to be two different modes. And so when you're in just your normal walking mode, he will face in the direction that he's walking. And then you can, click on stuff and interact with things, talk to people, all of that stuff. But he'll move in the direction, he'll look in the direction that you're moving. And so I just added some linear interpolation between his stuff so he kind of glides back and forth with it. I think that looks pretty cool. And this, of course, is very inspired by Darkwood and how it does all of its movement. And so I'm definitely going to look a lot more at all of the Darkwood animations. If I pull up like some Darkwood gameplay, you can kind of see like right here. Yeah, so how he kind of moves and stuff. He's like walking and he has like a lean, but it's very slow feeling. so the character feels heavy, and I kind of wanted that feeling with, oh, there I am, look at that, my game. And so right now, if you kind of walk around like this, he's slow, it feels almost painful, but I do want the general feeling of the game to be very slow paced during the narrative elements, and then the combat elements it'll be super high paced and intense, but it's got to have a nice balance because it can't be all action paced the whole time. Okay, so that I feel like looks really smooth. He moves in all the directions. His feet pretty much move at a nice speed. Honestly, I think that the way that I drew it, so I'll show you the running that I have. So I have his running speed. If I do this, or actually, wait, is it doing the running? He has a different set of animations, just slightly. Let me double check that it's actually doing that, because it should be. Oh, I edited all of that in. Okay, so when you're playing, watch if I press Control S, it doesn't let me save. So if I edit any of this stuff, it'll go back. So like, watch. If I like delete this, gets errors, all this stuff, doesn't do anything, and then I stop, it all comes back. So I had edited stuff and then it deleted everything, so I need to do that real quick. So right here you can see the animation, or the each frame, and for the run I just took this frame, and then this frame and this frame, so it's very short. Whereas for the full walk, he kind of has a couple extra steps in there. So let me do that real quick. So I took out, I think it was, so 1 and 2, 4 and 5. So I get rid of 3 and 6, and then that should give me the nice running animation there. Yeah, but you'll notice, if you pay attention, that his when he runs, it looks pretty good. His footsteps are, I think, proportional to how fast he's going. Ooh, it looks like I do have a bonus little step going on in there. What's up with that? He's going, oh, that's so weird. What's up with that? So he's going through 1, 2. Oh, he hit 6 still for some reason. Why is that? Because he should be on animation 2. Oh, my bad. I got rid of the wrong one. No. Okay, so I need to get rid of this right here. And then I put back in 3 and 6 on this one. Okay. There's so many moving parts. It's so funny. Oh, and then I just edited this while it's in the play mode, so it's not going to save it. See? All this stuff. It's so ridiculous. Okay, so this is his running. There we go. That looks nice. So, looks like he's moving at a decent pace and stuff. But honestly, the thing that I thought was so interesting is that when I slow down and I'm just walking, it actually almost feels like his feet are, like, too far out. Like, this could be a running animation right here. I feel like this would be a good run animation, because he's kind of slow and hefty, and that's what I want it to feel like, is that he's like a, not that he's a heavy character, but that it's like, requires a lot of effort to run. And this just looks like laborious, and so that's good. I want that. But that should be my run animation instead of my walk animation. So I need to make a new walk animation. So anyway, just what I'm up to right now. I'll probably, well, I'll get rid of this at some point, so I'll have to make a new one of those. And then that's mainly what I've been up to. I guess technically I haven't documented it, so I should do that real quick. I have been working on a lighting system. So that is, here's what that looks like. If I pop over to here. The thing is, right now, the way that I have it coded, I just kind of copied it from a GitHub repository. It tanks performance so bad. So I have a lot of papers that I'm researching, and I'm gonna figure out how to make my own lighting system. I have to code it all up and stuff. But anyway, obviously, love how it looks. Super cool. It has this. Oh, and then I can make his body also cast shadows, which is the whole point. So anyway, this I feel like this looks so beautiful, and it's really, really gorgeous to look at. So I am going to work on that a little bit more. But for now, this absolutely tanks performance like mad, and so I cannot work on it right now. And so I have to turn it off. Anyway, so that's the main stuff that I've done so far. And then right now I have, let's see. Well, yeah, so I had the cutscene thing that I wanted to figure out. So that might be a bit boring to watch, so I might not do that at the moment. I could go ahead and start drawing the map, because my other plan was to draw the whole map in the style of this guy right here. So I want it to look the same as that kind of vibe and style. So let me set up my my screen real quick to properly catch my display right here. So I just need to make it duplicate my third display. So, ooh, that might, okay. Did that, oh, that actually didn't look like it changed the stream at all. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, sweet. Yeah, looks totally fine now. So yeah, we can go ahead and start doing that. So I am going to pull up, let's grab, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use the existing pictures that I have right now. So I have, where is it? Is it this one? I think it's this one here. Yes, okay, cool. So that looks pretty good. And then the way that I've been doing it is just, let's see right here. Oh, okay, wait, hang on. That did not extend. Wait a minute, that's weird. Yes. Yes, okay. There we go. Okay, weird. So it got rid of it, but we're back. Hang on a second. Okay, cool. So I am going to go ahead and let's start drawing this then. So this is mainly what I've been working on for like all the animations and stuff. Is I just head over here and we just start kind of tracing through all of these. These are designs that I've had in my notebook for like ages too. It's crazy. So my screen is very bright. It's very red. My face looks super red. Does this change anything if I do this? Is that better or worse? I think that's worse. Maybe? Wait, no. How could I get it to... I think there is a way for me to actually edit my camera settings. Like it has a whole menu, but so I am going to start drawing this. And what I'm going to do, and I think this will look really cool. I have an animation that I've been working on. Sorry, my chair's squeaky. And I love the... Oh no. My calibration is way off. Oh no, I don't know if you... Can you see my cursor? Oh, I don't think you can. Yeah, I've gotta edit that like crazy. Capture cursor. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Yeah, that... Wait. Oh no, why is it showing up on this screen now? Go away. No, what did it do? Display capture. Yeah, that works. Okay. No, that's not the right one. Oh no, I've ruined it. Guys, I messed it all up. Oh no, how do I fix this? It was just working. Too. Well, you guys get to see my OBS now, so this is exciting. Is there a way? Yeah, so I can... There we go. So, what is happening there? Why is it doing that? I gotta scale this way down so it fits. Perfect. We are golden. The way I've been doing the animation, though, that I've been drawing is like I do 2 frames of drawing, and then it kind of flips back and forth, and so you get that nice kind of like shaky look, which is super cool. But I won't show you that right now. I'll just draw it instead. Okay, so I gotta calibrate this. Monitor calibration. This is so funny. I remember I had a teacher in high school who had a smartboard, and he would do this all the time. It's so funny. Okay, yeah, perfect. So... I just drew all over this. No, I didn't. That's just in there. That's so funny. Okay, so it's gonna be something like that. I probably want a bigger line, like 10. Yeah, and I obviously the thing about doing things hand drawn is there's all of these little imperfections, and that's just what makes it hand drawn. That's what's so good about it, and so I am all for it. I'm gonna bump this down just a little bit so I can tell if I've drawn over an area or not. Yeah. And then at this point, it's just a matter of drawing as much as I can. And yeah, I totally want this to be as, like, not like janky, but just not even haphazard. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. I just want it to be very authentic and like raw feeling. And so the more kind of like shaky the lines are and just all over the place, the better. And then I'll show you the cool thing that I'll do after this. Honestly, I had an idea, because originally I was going to have the entire game be like one continuous like room that you kind of walk through. I might split it up where like this, the visible area that you see right now, is the main room. And then that's all that I do. That would be interesting. So I don't know if I'll do that or not, but so what I'll do after I finish this is I'll draw over it a second time all over again, and this will and then I'll flip back and forth, and that's what gives it that kind of shaky hand-drawn look, which is a really cool aesthetic, in my opinion. So I honestly, I think I've seen it a little bit more recently. There's been some really cool like hand-drawn games recently, and it's awesome because it's such a vibe right now. Because back in the day, it was like those were the Scratch games, and like the games made in like not even like Game Maker, but like Scratch and like the weird stuff, and now it's become an aesthetic that people are trying to imitate because it was actually really cool. Well, that might be too far off. Yeah. You know, and not that I'm like the most stunning artist ever, but this, you don't need to be amazing to do what I'm doing right now. I'm just drawing lines. So that's also the other thing that's so cool about it. Yeah, I do have to say, drawing tablets are an absolute game changer. I've never used one until the past year, and it has completely changed the way that I've worked on everything. It has made, what am I doing here? It's made everything so easy, while also like I've worked on so many projects using this now. Like it has enabled me to work on so much. It's fantastic. It's so cool. So I did this really complex carpet design in here. Probably because I drew this in class and I was really bored in high school. And so I bet you, yeah, I don't know. Oh, also originally, oh, that's so funny. I didn't even notice that. Originally, I was going to have the player start off on the balcony. And it's funny that I already drew that picture where he's not on the balcony. Because that means that he can't be on the balcony. So he starts off down below, which is nice because I think it would actually be a chore if every time that you started the game you had to walk around the balcony. And I don't know. Funny how that already has kind of worked itself out. It's cool. Okay. So then we go here and around there. Kind of this weird like hairdo looking shape. It's not super centered. See, at a certain point, it's like how bad how bad am I allowed to be with my drawing before it's just like really, really bad. Okay, is that? Yeah, I don't know. That's good enough. Also, too, I'm just curious what this will look like in the first place, and so I'm kind of just trying so I can see. So I think on these guys I want a torch up here and a torch down here. Also, what's so interesting about the lighting system is it is a per pixel based system. So it just goes across the entire screen and then calculates all of the different light rays that go into it. So it has the same performance no matter how many lights you have on screen. If you have like a light here and here, you're still doing all of these pixel checks every single time. So that means that performance is super consistent. That also means, though, right now it's very consistently bad. And there's no way to make it any better unless I just rip apart the code. So I've got to do that. Okay, so these are stair steps, technically. I also heavily debated, as you can see by the inclusion of this picture in the game, whether or not to do hand-drawn pictures instead that I just scan in. And after seeing how good this looks with this guy, I am definitely going for the digital art look instead. It works so well. Which then means I can do all sorts of like shading things. Because I'm thinking about the steps, and I'll want to obviously shade each step so it actually looks like steps. Because like right here, for instance, I'll want to how would I do that? Probably go like something like this, and then we go like, I don't know, a color like that, and then we'll like color underneath each step or something. And then that'll at least give it some sort of, although it's kind of hard to see. Anyway, that'll give it some sort of depth to it. Okay, so we gotta do this one. Also, the cool thing about digital, you can copy and paste things. I'm gonna do this just to make sure I have the same amount of steps on both sides. That looks pretty good. I know it looks terrible. Just trust me. Okay. Then I'll do these right there. Okay, and then I'm gonna clean this up. Actually, I can do something even better. I can select that and then delete that, and then I can do that. Not out here, actually. I can't do that out here. How can I do that? How can I do that? It's not a really easy way to do that. I could do this. Well, actually, how do I erase? Yeah, this is getting too complicated. Let me just erase this by hand. Anywho, I'm just gonna throw all of this in right now, because this is good enough, and then I can do all the shading and stuff later. I might go ahead, because this looks pretty bad. I might go ahead and figure out a way to get this kind of like paper texture into the game, combined with more of this this cool digital look on top of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm creating a new layer over the top, and then I'm gonna go through a second time and just like duplicate everything. And again, if I'm not perfect over the top of it, that actually makes it look better. Although you don't want to be too far off when you do this, because then it looks weird. But you just basically redraw everything. Why have I opened this by accident? Don't want to do that. And then you just go ahead and copy all the lines. Honestly, it's such a satisfying feeling too once you finish and you actually like get to see the animation. So I'm hoping to at least get this done tonight. I might call it quits in a bit. But for now, I'm just gonna do this. Perfect. Then we got this. Cool. This also means that it'll be pretty easy making each level from now on, because this is not a bad workflow. This is kind of an easy thing to do, so I'm not super concerned about like doing a whole bunch of these pictures, because that's what this game is going to take. So that's good news, at least. It means that I'll actually finish. And that's the plan. That's the goal, right? Gotta actually put your game out there and get it done, because otherwise no one gets to play it. What's the point of having a game if no one can play it? Okay. Is that kind of hard to tell what line is what, because it's all just a bunch of lines. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to shade everything, because that paper look is so aesthetic. It's so nice. And I do want to imitate that somehow. So I'll figure out what the best approach is. I might really just like keep this guy on there, because that honestly looks really good. But the other thing is too, I don't actually need much of this color in general. Like all of the lines underneath, not important. What is important is just the general paper texture. And so I bet you if I just find any old like just any old paper texture, do something like and I'll make my own, obviously, because these are okay. This one's good. Yeah, copy that, put it in here. That's kind of interesting looking. So make it a little darker, make it a little more red, and that might be all that I need to do to kind of give it like a nice nice little tone there, and that something like that might work. I don't know. Maybe that's not gonna work. But we'll see. I'll keep messing with it. And the other thing too is there's a lot of like overdraw on these too. And it looks nice. When I get rid of that, it looks almost like too clean. And so I could end up doing that, and that actually would give me a cool, like, I don't know, like, is flavor a weird word to use? But it gets a nice feel to the drawing. Anyway, so I'm going to finish up drawing all of these edges here, and then promise I will get this up and working in just a little bit. Yeah. But right here, I'm going to have this kind of like animation where like all this fog pours in through the windows. And then the windows will kind of shatter there. So I'm excited to do more of the hand animations, because it's been really fun. I've been working on this animation that actually is about this story. It's set in the same universe, and it's just been a lot of fun to work on. And so I have a feeling that a lot of that will translate over really well for making an animation for these games. But also some of this drawing is a little boring and tedious, so I get that. So I actually end up trying to do a lot of it off camera. So I think we'll run with this for now because I think this is good enough. So let's do just the first frame. I think for now I'm gonna keep this bottom texture just because like it looks a little funky when I get rid of it. Like it looks a little naked. It's kind of weird. So I'm just gonna do this for now. To test it out, we'll do yeah. Let's just go. I can rename this to just whatever, and then do this frame, and then we'll save the other frame, and then I'll flip back and forth between the two pictures each time, and that'll give it that kind of shake effect. Okay, so let's try that out real quick. This is gonna mess up the stream again, so let me see if I can get this working. I'm gonna unplug this. Okay, I can figure. That's actually really close. That's super close. It is. Which screen is it? Which screen is it? Come on, come back, come back. No. Oh man, why does it always do this? Well, there you can see the stream if I do that one. Okay, almost there. There we go. Okay, and then we got to put that behind my camera. Okay, so let's put that onto the actual scene here. And I don't want. So this. Oh. Yeah, and then don't worry about this. This is kind of weird. This is how the lighting engine works. It's a mess. Actually, I should play this to clear that. That's not a real sprite that exists. It has to render the output anyway. It's a whole thing. So let's go. Get rid of that. Put this on default. And then I can put this as, yeah, that guy right there. And then once I do that, I can put on my sprite animator. And then we'll just have it flip back and forth between the two. And I think if I've done it all right, I think, yeah, that honestly should work right off the bat, hopefully. Yeah, okay. So I didn't draw on this because it was kind of a mess, but yeah, so just right here, it's got that nice little like hand-drawn vibe. The whole game kind of bounces, and I just love that aesthetic. So wanted to test that out to see how that would work. I'm surprised it looks so good, but it really does. Like this method of doing things it's so fun. It's also very low effort in comparison to like doing so many other things that I could do. Yeah, awesome. That looks great. Yeah, all of it. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then I'm still loving how nice his running animation is looking here, just with all the turning and whatnot. So I think that's what I have to work on next. Is I'm going to do his walking animation. I'm gonna figure out a little bit more of how to render like this overdraw here and getting a bit like thicker lines and whatnot. And then how to do a bit more shading and kind of like coloring and whatnot. Yeah, so I think that's about all that I have in me right now. I just wanted to show that off and kind of get started, and then I'll try to just do this as much as I can here and there, and I'll probably make a schedule for myself for streaming so that way it's consistent and not just random, because I've just been popping on randomly late at night. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you all the next time, and let me know what you think about the project. All right, thanks for